talk a little bit about South of Stillwater because that's where we met, thanks to
Mhm.
Randy
For
and
sure.
Talia. Always want to shout out Randy and Talia with Rebellion. Randy said, "Yeah, you should meet Tanya. She's a producer for this film, South of Stillwater,
Mhm.
and she's dot, 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 like all these other amazing things that
Aw.
you are." So we're filming in the two churches in Tecumseh, Oklahoma, a place I've never been before, but I believe that's where the writer is from.
This whole film was kind of just it's his passion project. So we had to, and that was one of the. It's tricky because I've never worked with a director that also is the finance person, right? Because they're wearing two hats, right? They're the director because they have a vision, but then you also have to say it's finance. Like we can't do that because this might be too big or this is going to go over budget. So it's a little bit of just to trust him, and trust me. But that film is kind of it's his passion. And South of Stillwater, I got into that because I met with Kyle, and he did this film. He started doing it before, I think, a couple months back, and then shot it down because it was just too. Yeah, there was too miscommunication. He couldn't do it, and then I think on a certain day 5, he said, "I can't do this," and then shut it down. And then when he got the money and came back, he was like, "I want to do this properly," and then that's how we kind of met. And I thought, this guy has a passion for this. And I was kind of interested in just seeing like, okay, let me just trust me and let's get that vision on screen for you. And it's kind of like, it's a coming of age story. And it's also I know it's kind of set in Oklahoma, and it's just when you're young and you're just kind of figuring out your path in life, it's almost like good versus evil, like which direction you're going to go. And in this film, he's this young boy has his mom that's into the church a lot, that's pushing that on the side of him. But then there's like an attractive girl in school that he's like, oh, well, she's gonna introducing me to people. So there's two different paths in life he's trying to figure out. And I feel like it's kind of small town. People deal with that all the time, but I look at it as it's not just Oklahoma, it's everywhere. Everyone's gone through this and like in school, and at a certain age, at 18, you're trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong, and trying to figure out who you are. So that's kind of what the film's about. And now once we get the cut, because it's hard for me, I saw the dailies, but I just don't know. I need to see the cut first to know where I see it. I'm always going to say streamer, like Hulu, HBO Max, like, Amazon. I want to see it that way. But thinking about the film festival, it might not be a bad route to take, because then you're starting to see, well, you start to see like people are seeing who you are and who the director is, So once I see it, then I know what direction to take and where that's coming.